The real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by rsrhomescout.com. rsrhomescout.com. Find out what your property's worth. Fourth tab over, rsrhomescout.com. Find out, go shopping. 97% of American properties are on rsrhomescout.com. Anywhere in the country, you can go in there and do your own search criteria, price, bedrooms, bathrooms. If you want a bathroom, doesn't matter to me whether you do or don't. I mean, some people want bathrooms. They want them inside. Some want them outside. Whatever the choice is. It's all right there on rsrhomescout.com. Homeownership, great hedge against the impact of rising inflation. If you're following along with the news today, you've heard about rising inflation. Today, inflation is at a 40-year high, according to the National Association of Home Builders, NAHB. Quote, consumer prices accelerated again in May as shelter, energy, and food prices continue to surge at the fastest pace in decades. Surprise, surprise, surprise. This marked the third straight month for inflation above 8% and was the largest year-over-year gain since December 1981. With inflation rising, you're likely feeling it impact your day-to-day life as prices go up for gas and more, groceries, bacon. Yes, my bacon prices did go up. These climbing consumer costs can put a pinch on your wallet and make you reevaluate any big purchases you have planned to ensure they're still worthwhile. And if you've been thinking about purchasing a home this year, you're probably wondering if you should continue down that path or if it makes more sense to wait. While the answer depends on your situation, here's how homeownership can help you combat the rising costs that come with inflation. Homeownership helps you stabilize one of your biggest monthly expenses. Investopedia explains that during a period of high inflation, prices rise across the board. That's true for things like food, entertainment, other goods and services, even housing. Both rental prices and home prices are on the rise. So as a buyer, how can you protect yourself from increasing costs? The answer lies in homeownership. Buying a home allows you to stabilize what's typically your biggest monthly expense, your housing cost. When you have a fixed rate mortgage on your home, you lock in your monthly payment for the duration of your loan, often 15, please don't do that, to 30 years. James Royal, senior wealth management reporter at Bankrate says, quote, a fixed rate mortgage allows you to maintain the biggest portion of your housing expense at the same payment. Sure, property taxes will rise and other expenses may creep up, but your monthly housing payment remains the same. That's certainly not the case if you're renting, unquote. So even if other prices increase, your housing payment will be a reliable amount that can help keep your budget in check. If you rent, you don't have that same benefit. If you don't, won't be protected from rising household costs. Investing in an asset that historically outperforms inflation, while it's true rising home prices and higher mortgage rates mean that buying a house today costs more than it did even a few months ago, you still have an opportunity to set yourself up for a long-term win. That's because in inflationary times, you want to be invested in an asset that outperforms inflation, typically holds or grows in value. If you're watching us on RonSiegelRadio.tv, any of our socials, or the ABC News and Talk AM 1490 video feed, you're seeing a graph right now. The average home price appreciation outperformed the average inflation rate in most decades, going all the way back to the 70s, making home ownership historically strong hedge against inflation. How do you look at that chart? And it's just pretty fascinating to see what the numbers look like. That you're just looking at a home price appreciation. Prices go up on houses just, well, maybe not as quick as gas prices, but they still go up. So what does that mean for you? Today, experts forecast home prices will go up from here thanks to the ongoing imbalance of supply and demand. Once you buy a house, any home price appreciation that does occur will grow your equity and your net worth. And since homes are typically assets that grow in value, you have peace of mind that history shows your investment is a strong one. And remember our newest of our comments. Jay, I don't know if you've heard this one. This is I didn't coin it. I borrowed this from somebody else. Mm-hmm. Marry your house, date your mortgage. Right? You don't have to keep it.
Right.
That means if you're ready and able, it makes sense to buy today before prices go up any further. Bottom line, if you're thinking of buying a home this year, it makes sense to act soon, even with inflation rising. That way you can stabilize your monthly housing cost, invest in an asset that historically outperforms inflation, And as you know, I'm going to ask you if you have any friends, family, or coworkers looking to buy, sell, or borrow on real estate. Can I count on you to send them our way? That is the Real-Time Real Estate segment brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Visit rsrhomescout.com, rsrhomescout.com.